All right, baby, let's go. Guys, welcome. Good morning to everybody. I'm so excited. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, by the way. You guys have done so much for our country, and I hope you guys will have a blessed day and have a blessed weekend, as well. Speaking of this weekend, guys, do y'all know what's going on this weekend? We got Ole Miss and Alabama. We got LSU and Arkansas. We got Georgia and Mississippi State. We got TCU and Texas. Oh my God. We got Oregon and Washington. I mean, goodness gracious. We got Clemson, Louisville, UCLA. They got USC next week. But anyway, we got some good games this weekend, okay? All right, we got some good games. By the way, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and click the thumbs up button on this channel because that helps this channel get recognized even more. Guys, I'm so excited for this weekend, guys. Teams are really interested in making the playoffs, and all you know is that the college football playoffs rankings came out this week, and they had Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 2, Michigan at 3, TCU at 4, Tennessee at 5, Oregon at 6, LSU at 7, surprisingly. 8 is USC, 9 is Alabama, and 10 Clemson. Guys, LSU is on the road this year. LSU is on the road. I mean, I cannot explain how good LSU has been this year, even though they have a first-year head coach in the SEC. Brian Kelly has never coached in the SEC, but if I'm not mistaken, he's one of the best coaches that ever coached Notre Dame. And so they are definitely one of my most surprising teams that so far this college football season. And I'm also going to list those surprising teams in college football season. Guys, Tennessee, they have a shot. Even though they lost to Georgia last week, they still have a shot in making the college football playoffs because either Ohio State or Michigan is going to lose, and I'm picking Michigan to lose. So, I mean, and TCU might lose tomorrow to Texas. So, Tennessee definitely has a shot. They have a good shot at making the college football playoffs, which they are if they win out, which I'm pretty sure they will win out because they have Missouri, South Carolina, and Vandy left on their schedule. I mean, those are cupcakes for them. So they should win out on this the rest of the year to make the college football playoffs. Guys, God dog, that ball left my hand. But anyway, so far in the top 4 that I think that will make the top 4, it may change next week, it may not. But as of right now, these are my predictions that will make the college football playoffs. I got Georgia, Ohio State, TCU, and Tennessee. Those are the 4 teams I think that will play in the college football playoffs this year. You also can have Ohio State, TCU, Tennessee, and Oregon. Or you can have Georgia, Michigan, Tennessee, and Oregon. Or you can even put LSU in there. I mean, LSU has a good shot. I mean, what if they beat Georgia in the SEC championship game? Then what? Are we going to leave a team that won the SEC up out of the college football playoffs? Do we really want to do that? I don't think so. I'm not so sure we want to do that. Why would we leave the SEC out the college football playoffs, the SEC champion out the college football playoffs? That doesn't make any sense to me. So LSU, they're at number 7 right now. Okay, if they beat Georgia in the SEC championship game, the number 1 team in the country, you don't think they would make the top 4? Come on, guys, and come on, man. The SEC is brutal. Okay, the SEC is like Sparta and Athens every year. I mean, it's always going to be a dogfight with every team. Even, I'm telling you right now, I'm a Mississippi State fan, and I talked to a guy yesterday. I said, man, if Mississippi State was anywhere else outside of the SEC West, they would definitely be competing for championships. I mean, goodness gracious, they would have a better record than they usually have, going about 6-6, 7-5, 8-4, stuff like that. I think Mississippi State would definitely have like 10 game win seasons. So, but anyway. Guys, I want to talk to y'all about the most surprising team so far this year. Number 6, I got to have 6 of them because this is surprising for me. Number 6, I have Tennessee. As you know now, Tennessee was not ranked in the preseason. At the beginning of the year, nobody ranked Tennessee. Matter of fact, they had said on ESPN, they was talking about the top 3 teams in the SEC. Of course, they said Alabama. Of course, they said Georgia. But they were saying either Kentucky or Arkansas was the number 3 best team in the SEC. And, some of y'all did say Arkansas. Don't say you didn't. Some of y'all did say Arkansas. And I was wondering. I said, what about Tennessee? I mean, what about Tennessee? They have Henry Hooker, who has a shot, who's probably a top 3 quarterback in the SEC. So I was saying that. So I mean, I didn't predict them to be this good, but I knew they was gonna be pretty good. I knew they was gonna be a competitive football team, and which they are. They only lost to Georgia. They're 8-1. I mean, the #1 team in the country. So they were very surprising. At number 5, I had LSU. Now, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I had LSU losing to a lot of teams this year. I had LSU losing at least 6 games this year, and that is not the case. They lost 2 games, and they are on the way to win more games. I'm not. They may lose one more game. LSU may lose one more game at the most. So they are surprising, and also they was not even ranked this year as well. At number 4, I have UCLA. Guys, who had UCLA going 8-1 so far? Nobody did. I didn't have UCLA going 8-1. Guys, I'm not so sure. In the Pac-12, I had Oregon, Utah, USC, and what's that other team? USC and somebody help me out. Go in the Pac-12 video. Go in my Pac-12 video. You'll see who I had as the 4th best team in the Pac-12, guys. But anyway, I think I did have UCLA in there, maybe. But they are surprising. They are ranked in the top 15. Well, actually, top 13. They're number 12 in the college football playoffs. So they are surprising. At number 3, guys, this is so crazy to me. The Kansas Jayhawks. I would think that Kansas will always be competitive in basketball, but in football, guys, Kansas Jayhawks are killing the show right now. They may play in the Big 12 championship game. Okay, we know they're 6-3. There's a lot of teams in the Big 12 that are 6-3. I think there's like 5 teams. You got Texas, you got Oklahoma State, you got Kansas, you got Kansas State, and Baylor. All those teams are 6-3, and they're looking to play TCU in the Big 12 championship game. So Kansas is surprising. I did not see Kansas being this good this year at all. At number 2, Syracuse. Guys, Syracuse, they started off very hot, guys. They was one of the teams that was undefeated for weeks and weeks and weeks. I think they went undefeated 7 weeks in a row. And they are number 2 most surprising team. I did not see them being competitive in the ACC at all, man. As a matter of fact, I had them at least the bottom 5 ACC team. They are at the top 5 ACC teams, if not the top 3 ACC teams. At number 1, I got TCU. Guys, you already know this team is still undefeated. TCU was having that year. I'll never forget it, man. The first year ever we started the college football playoffs, TCU was very good. I think they was at number 6 or number 5, and they was very good that year. They had a great defense. I forgot who their quarterback was, but they was scary to play in college football, and I don't think other teams would want to play them. But they did not make the college football playoffs that year. I think it was 15. Was it 14 or 15? Put in the comment section what year that was when TCU was very good, and they did not make that college football playoffs. But guys, those are my top 6 most surprising teams that we have in college football so far this year. Now let's go to disappointing teams. All right, disappointing teams. My most disappointing team at number 5 is Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Sooners, guys. Of course, this team is disappointing. I mean, they lost a lot. They lost their coach. But I still thought with having Dylan Gabriel and other players on that team, they would be competitive. But guys, they're not even in the top 6. They're not even top 5 in the Big 12 right now. So that's disappointing for the University of Oklahoma. At number 4, I have Arkansas. Some of you guys that's watching this, y'all said that Arkansas was the 3rd best team in the SEC outside of Alabama and Georgia. I didn't believe that at all. I mean, because I thought that KJ Jefferson was you guys' engine. If KJ Jefferson was not playing or healthy, you guys were going to have a bad season, and that's what the case may be right now. That's what the case is. Arkansas is having a rough season right now. They're fighting to be a bowl-eligible team right now. But they may can turn around tomorrow if they beat LSU. Who knows? Number 3, guys, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is always ranked. This team was ranked. By the way, Oklahoma was ranked number 9 in the preseason. Arkansas was ranked at number 19, and Notre Dame was ranked at number 5 in the preseason. And Notre Dame is barely ranked right now after they beat Clemson, which I did pick them to beat Clemson because Clemson, DJ Uiagalelei had to go on the road to Notre Dame to play Clemson. So I was right on that. Be sure and look at my video, my Clemson video, when I said that Clemson would lose to Notre Dame, which I did predict that would be Clemson's only loss this year. Okay, I did not have Clemson going undefeated. I did not trust a team like that with a quarterback like that going undefeated in college football. So yes, I was right. At number 2, I have Miami. Miami, I had them going 9 or 10 games this year, winning, and they are so disappointing, guys. I don't know. I don't know if these boys want to be bowl eligible or not because Miami is sad. Miami cannot. Guys, did you see that Florida State Miami game? Florida State completely embarrassed Miami. You might well turn the U upside down because that's what they all are right now. Y'all don't even have a home field. Y'all still playing the Miami Dolphins Stadium. That's part of the problem right there. I mean, you guys just terrible. I mean, come on, man. I thought Mario Cristobal was going to do a better job this year with the talent that Miami have. He did recruit very good, but oh well. But at least you guys are not as disappointed this team. You guys had the #1 recruiting class in the nation, and that's Texas A&M. The Texas A&M Aggies are and is and will be the most disappointing team this year in college football. Guys, you guys are fighting to be bowl eligible as well. With all that talent you guys have, with all that noise and chit-chatting you guys was doing at Texas A&M in College Station. What's going on with y'all program? What's going on with y'all football program? Why can't y'all win these games? Mississippi State blew you out. LSU would probably beat you. Ole Miss beat you. I mean, everybody's beating you. You're not competitive, man. And so you guys are going to have to turn this thing around. Florida beat the brakes off of you. I mean, the Gators chopped you up. So you guys was ranked at number 6 in the preseason. Okay, so, I mean, all these teams that I have is most of the disappointing teams. All these teams was ranked in the preseason. Texas A&M was number 6. Miami was 16. Notre Dame was 5. Arkansas was 19. Oklahoma was 9. All these teams were very disappointing. Now, let's talk about which teams will make the conference championship. All right, so at the conference championship games, the AAC, somebody is trying to compete to battle Tulane. Whoever it's going to be Tulane and UCF or Cincinnati. So Tulane plays UCF tomorrow. So whoever win that game, I'm pretty sure Cincinnati is rooting for Tulane, so UCF can lose and Cincinnati can jump up and maybe compete for that championship game. But who knows what will happen? So I do know that UCF will, if they lose this game, Cincinnati has light to play for that championship game. ACC, I have Clemson versus North Carolina. I don't have to explain. That's exactly who's going to play in the ACC championship. No ifs and buts about it. It will be Clemson, North Carolina. Okay, so Duke does need North Carolina to lose every game from now on, but I don't think that would happen. Big 12, TCU versus who? Whoever TCU plays. TCU is either going to play Kansas State, Baylor, Kansas, Texas, or Kansas. So that's who they're going to play. Guys, I don't know, man. I want to say Texas will win this game tomorrow. I mean, Texas is a 7-point favorite. But anyway, Texas have a good shot. One thing about TCU, they struggle against the run. And Texas have one of the best running backs in college football in Bijan Robinson. So we'll see what happens with that. In the Big Ten, Illinois will probably play Ohio State and Michigan. So basically, that's basically what's going to happen in the Big Ten. Don't have to explain that. Probably be Ohio State because I did pick them to go undefeated in the Big 12 regular season. Pac-12, there is a 3-way dogfight between Oregon, USC, and UCLA. There's a 3-way dogfight. Also, Utah will try to get up in there, but I don't think they will. Utah is a 7-2 team looking to beat Oregon this weekend. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen if Washington beat Oregon. There's going to be a lot of noise in the Pac-12. I'm telling you right now. The Pac-12 is pretty competitive this year. Actually, USC guys, they are 1 point away from being undefeated. If they would have beat Utah when they played them, they would have been in the college football playoffs right now over TCU, of course. But it's not the way things work. So that's who they are. But USC, once they play, every time they play somebody real good, they kind of struggle with them. But when they play somebody, pretty bad, subpar, they blow them out. So in the SEC, it's basically between LSU and Ole Miss or Georgia. So Ole Miss or LSU versus Georgia. So it's either going to be coming out the West in the SEC, LSU, or Ole Miss. If Ole Miss win this game against Alabama, you're going to hear a lot of Ole Miss fans cheering up for this SEC championship game. If LSU lose to either Arkansas or Texas A&M, it's over for LSU. Or LSU hard work is basically over for the season. Their season is over. Georgia is going to be in the SEC championship no matter what, folks. I don't see nobody beating Georgia for the rest of the regular season until possibly the playoffs. So here are the games that we have in conference play right now. The big games in the ACC tomorrow will be Louisville and Clemson, North Carolina, Wake Forest, Florida State, and Syracuse. Big games in the Big 12, Kansas State and Baylor, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, TCU at Texas, Kansas at Texas Tech. Big games, maybe this might be a big game, but if you're a Big Ten fan, this is a big game for you. Wisconsin and Iowa, that's the only game. The big game, this is a big game, okay, because basically you have two ranked teams in the Pac-12. You got Washington and Oregon. That's a big game. Now, here are the big games in the SEC. In the SEC, you have Alabama and Ole Miss, South Carolina and Florida, and Georgia and Mississippi State. And I will be at the Mississippi State game, Hail State. I have my cowbell ready. I have my gear ready. Let's go. Let's get an upset. Please get an upset. Let's play. We are undefeated at home. If Mississippi State continue to be undefeated at home, guys, we coming for Ole Miss. Ole Miss, they gonna have more than one loss this year. Trust me. Ole Miss probably won't even make the SEC championship, so they can do all the talking all they want. But anyway, those are the other big games I have in the SEC. Florida plays South Carolina. I think that's a pretty good game because both of those teams are fighting to be bowl eligible. You got other SEC games. You got Texas A&M if you are an A&M fan, and Auburn if you're an Auburn fan. You also got Missouri and Tennessee. Other mediocre games, you got Indiana, Ohio State, Purdue, Illinois, Rutgers, and Michigan State. Oklahoma plays West Virginia. West Virginia may not win another game. They are pathetic this year. You got Pitt and Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Duke. Duke may win 8 games this year. Duke is very surprising this year. Duke already won 6 games, so they got 3 games left. So I'm predicting Duke to beat Virginia Tech, and so they might win 9 games. So they are bowl eligible already. But anyway, I think that's it I want to cover today. But guys, let me know. I have a poll out on who do you think is going to win who's going to play in the SEC championship and who's going to be in the college football playoff. So please vote in that poll. It's on my community page. Please be on there and vote for me. Also, I want you to vote who you got going to the Super Bowl, who you got going to the NBA Finals, who is the most disappointing. Is this the most disappointing Lakers team of all time? And also, I got another poll out on who's going to win the college basketball tournament. Who's going to win that? I know some of you voted Kentucky on there. I don't know why. The Kentucky is very disappointing. But guys, anyway, be sure to hit that comment section and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe to this channel, guys, because I am here to help. I'm here to inform the audience. Guys, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. And be back soon. Thank you.